Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Mariya. This channel is about spirituality. Please subscribe below so we can be YouTube friends. Welcome to my October energy update. In this video, we're going to go over the up-and-coming energies for the month of October. We're going to go over things you should be aware of, the blessings of the month, opportunities of the month, and towards the end, you're going to get a personalized reading by picking one of the objects that I will offer you, and based on that, you will know how your October is going to be different from, perhaps, the rest of the crew. All right, my darlings. Before we get started, I wanted to show you this guy. Look at this. This one is the Awaken 369 oil. This is from my friend Bettina. She is a wonderful creatress. This oil is called Inner Child. I have been using this guy for over a year. I use it every day alongside my oil that I mentioned about the holy water. You guys, by the way, thank you so much. If you have been buying holy water, I've received so many orders, and to see my babies out in the wild and you loving them and you reviewing them and you using them in ritual and in meditation, and you telling me that it calms you, that it elevates your spirits. It's just, wow, you guys, thank you. And for those of you that are giving a shot to both of these oils, thank you so much. So I have Awaken 369 product, this particular oil, Inner Child, available on thisismariya.com if you want to check it out. And like I said, they are like a total pair with a holy water. That's that, you guys. You will thank me later. These are true, like, artifacts of light, really beautiful oils to deepen your spiritual practice. You can do grid work with them. You can really amplify your channeling abilities with them. They're good for so many things. Off to our October energy update. You guys, are you happy that September is over? I know I am. Listen, I got a lot done in September, but those energies were out of this world. It was an intense month. I feel like we have been through purgatory and beyond in the month of September. So October is a nice little month of respite and rerouting. They're calling it the month of respite and rerouting. So the energies are starting to come down a little bit. And after the scorching heat of the summer, we're getting a little bit of a whiff of cool air. And I'm not talking about the weather, you guys. I'm talking about energy. So we're getting a little bit of a moment in time, a little bit of a pause before November and December in order to internalize everything that has happened to us, because the pace of change has been quite rapid. The pace of completion has been quite rapid. And we have been really shifting gears at an unprecedented level. So why are they calling the month of October the month of rerouting? It is literally because they're taking your energy and they're rerouting it or gently shifting the focus of your energy or the direction of your life based on the activations that you have been experiencing in the month of September, based on the decisions that you have been making in the month of September, based on what your soul chose for you for the next 9-year cycle. Remember, at the end of this December, we are finishing a 9-year numerological cycle. Next year, we're going to start from scratch. We're going to start a whole new collective journey together. And because of that, in this year of the 9, there's still a lot of completion. There's still some loose ends. There's still some karma to work through. And we're going to get hit with that in the month of November and December. But October is very mellow, thankfully. It's actually not a very emotional month. It is the month where emotions are going to be smooth and easy. So not as much conflict as you would normally see in the month of October. And you may even find yourself a little bit happier. You may find that it's easier for you to focus on the positive things in life instead of some of the things that are perhaps less optimal. October is good to allow your body to recalibrate to the new energy, to the new cycle, to the new reality, which means perhaps you don't have to be so active. Maybe allow yourself a little bit of a hermit mode. Allow yourself to just stay in with a beautiful cup of hot cocoa, watching a seasonal movie and, whatever else you like to do in the fall. And listen, I understand. I know that not everybody's in the Northern Hemisphere, but most of my folks are, so hence I'm overgeneralizing. The month of October is going to come to clear out our mental space. So that's actually a pretty big one. So there are some thought forms that are preventing us from living the lives that we want to live. Could be outdated belief systems, could be things that really have stuck with you around somebody told you something and you really remember, and that something is not necessarily good for you, or it's not necessarily a compliment that somebody was paying you, but they perhaps were pointing out an opportunity. The month of October is clearing out our brain space, our mind. Oh, on that note, I have a beautiful meditation on One Mother around decluttering your mind and decluttering your brain. So that is going to be very, very good in the month of October, because it's literally there. Let's call it it's gotten really busy inside of our heads. And we know that because the voice inside of our heads just never stops talking, and it can become quite overwhelming. And if it was saying only the good stuff, it would be half the trouble. But very often the voices in our heads are the things that are keeping us small, the things that are preventing us from going for the things that we actually truly want in life. So our, inner critic is not necessarily always our best friend. And so the month of October actually comes to shine the light on the things that you have been telling yourself about yourself that are untrue or no longer true. It has come to put a spotlight on how you have been belittling yourself in your own head, on how you have been playing small, on how you have not been going after what you actually truly want and what you truly deserve because of certain beliefs and belief systems. And by the way, October gets really deep, you guys. It gets into the karma of our ancestors, right? So it's not just working with the surface level trauma of yours. It actually goes 3 layers deeper, 5 layers deeper, 7 layers deeper, back into what grandma thought, what, great grandparents experienced, right? And it really wants to clear the clutter of the mind, which is, of course, October is a very air-filled month energetically, normally, and even more so this month. So the picture that they're showing me is of a person being liberated and really like stretching out their arms and standing somewhere, in the fields, and then just the air clearing up and getting into their space and removing kind of like all the things that no longer belong. And it feels like a cleanse. It's like an air cleanse, a cleanse with the element of air, or the wind cleanse, if you will. This would be a beautiful time to work with the energies of the wind and let the wind get into all of your chakras and really cleanse the things within, right? And the way that you would do that, it would be like a very simple exercise. You could be outside in the wind. It's pretty windy right now. The wind is talking to us as we speak. And then imagine going top to bottom through all of your 7 chakras, inviting the wind into each and every single chakra. And then once once it's all is said and done, just picture in your mind's eye the wind carrying away all of your burdens, all of the things out of your auric field that no longer belong. Okay, that is the month of October. What else? It is still fairly fast-paced when it comes to the energies. So October is not going to be sluggish, but it is going to be a smooth ride emotionally, which means not a lot of turmoil. You're not going to want to lash out at anyone. So it's pretty mellow. And I like that. I think we need that. Honestly, after the September that we did have. Ooh, one thing I will tell you, in terms of connectivity, it may not feel like you're able to connect up as easily. So some of you may feel a little bit disconnected from your guides or the guidance. Some of you may feel like it's a little bit harder. It's almost like your ears are muffled and you're not able to receive, or like your eyes are a little bit glazed over and it's hard to receive the communication from your guides. Do not worry. This process of recalibration is quite unique. Your guides are going to be back, I promise you. And by the way, they're not even leaving. It's just they want you to figure certain things out by yourself in the month of October, and that's completely normal. Another thing coming through and coming back is the throat clearing. The throat clearing, and I feel like we've had a couple of months this year where we were focusing on the energies of the throat, but it comes again for our throats. Some of you may experience throat pains, like out of nowhere, just tension in your throat, cold sores, like all kinds of things like around your throat. Understand that this is something unspoken specifically. You haven't said something to someone that you really should have, and it has to do with you standing up for yourself, your boundaries, or your rights, perhaps. Somebody has maybe been taking advantage of your kindness or who you are as a human. This one, by the way, the best way to get it out of your system is first you get focused on focused on what actually is stuck in there. Like you imagine it as an object. And a lot of you are going to have like some kind of dark cube in there or some kind of dark stone. And then once you focus on it, like just amplify it, like make it bigger so you can actually observe it. And from there, ask this piece of stone, this piece of darkness, what is the message? What does it actually want to say? What are the things that it has been holding on to? What is this unspoken communication? And then journal. You can journal with your left hand. If you journal, usually if you're a right-handed person, if you journal with your left hand, you're bypassing the logical part of your brain, which means that your subconscious is able to talk through your hands as if it was, as if it had the voice. When you're writing things with your right hand, there's a lot of processing that goes in your brain, in your mind, and that is where you start questioning yourself and you start doubting the process. So for this particular exercise, I recommend the left hand writing if you are a righty and vice versa if you're a lefty. Okay, what else? The blessings and the curses of the month. Oh, well, not the curses, the opportunities for improvement. Like I said, some of you may feel a little bit disconnected. Some of you may feel like it's harder to find some answers within. Although it's going to be a month where you're going to want to withdraw into some soul searching, it's not going to be a month where answers come easily. This is going to be a month where you're going to have a lot of answers and not so many questions. And if there is a dissatisfaction in an area in your life, you may be wondering, like, why am I so unhappy? Why am I so unhappy? And you may go down quite a number of rabbit holes, and you'll be asking all of these questions like, what would make me happy? What is this one thing that I need to change? But October perhaps is not the month for answers. It's the month for asking the right questions. And the answers are going to be received a little bit later in the year. Another challenge for the month of October is challenges around health. It's not going to be a good month for health. I hate to say it. It's like certain things, certain patterns in you, in your body are so deeply rooted that the only way for your body to cleanse itself is through getting sick. So if you have weird migraines, if you have, like I said, weird sore throats, if you have tummy aches, or just anything, outside of even what I just mentioned, some phantom pains, like pains that are just like, they come out of nowhere and they go into nowhere, in like a pain in a strange part of your body that never hurts, like a kidney or a liver. And you're like, why is this here? Like, I thought I was fine. And some of you may be tempted to like go see a doctor because the pain may be quite acute. And then it's gone the next day. Or like, imagine you go to the doctor cannot diagnose you with anything. They're going to be like, you're fine. Like, here are the blood test results. You're okay. And then, give it a couple of days and it's going to be gone. It's an example of a phantom pain. A phantom pain doesn't mean it's not real. It's just a phantom pain is a pain that your etheric body is experiencing. So your energy body is in pain, not your physical body. So you cannot fix that in the realm of physicality with a proper doctor. You can only fix it in the realm of energy. So if you're experiencing pain, phantom pain in a part of your body, ask that part of your body, what is the message that it has been holding on to for too long that you haven't heard from it? Because it's usually because this part of our body, it has been a receptacle, like a trash can, our internal trash can of some sort. And we've just been dumping certain messages or certain unprocessed feelings or emotions or thoughts even into that part of our body. And lo and behold, it hasn't been processed. So a part of healing phantom pains, or really the way to do it, is to meet yourself at the level of that pain, which means go straight into your liver, go straight into your kidney and talk to that organ as if it was a human or as if it was a person, and ask them, what is your message for me? And you would be surprised when you talk to your body, you will always, always receive the answer. Now, because of all of this physical situations and energy situations, you're not necessarily meant to go too up in the month of October, unless this is totally normal and you talk to guides all the time. So expect that a lot of your daily troubles, like the daily things, call it the routine, is going to take up a lot of your time. That is completely normal in the month of October. Don't expect yourself to make like big moves and big changes, and please be patient with yourself, because it's not going to feel like you're making enough progress for some of you in the month of October, and it has nothing to do with you. It's the energies. And because the theme of the month is rerouting, right? This is not the conquering. This is not the starting something else. It's rerouting. So your energy needs time to be rerouted from one flow to the other, from one stream to another. And so just be gentle with yourself. Try to get as much sleep as you can. One thing I'll tell you, though, for the month of October, sleep is not going to be easy. A lot of you are going to have some sleepless nights. Some of you are going to be woken up in the middle of the night, but it's not like guides are talking to you. It's just like you cannot sleep. There's going to be a lot of tossing and turning. It is what it is, you guys. Breathe. There's going to be November after this. It's going to be very different energy. All right. Are you guys ready to pick an object? Okay. I'm going to give you 3 objects. Pick the one that most resonates. When you think about the energies of October, the first one is a blue flag. That's the first object, blue flag. The second one is a dove. I think we may have had a dove recently. And the third one is a stiletto. They're showing me a red shoe, a red high-heeled shoe. There you go. So pick your object, a blue flag, a dove, or a red-heeled shoe, a stiletto. All right. If you have selected a blue flag, what does this mean for you, October? That means that you are finally starting to see far enough into the future. New horizons are opening up for you. So your rerouting is towards a new project, a new avenue, perhaps a new job. Like a big shift is coming in your realm of work, career, of finances. And you're finally starting to get answers, actually. Unlike a lot of other people in the month of October where there's just questions. Some of you are starting to, if you are a blue flag, you're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's almost like you have been in a labyrinth of some sort and you've been climbing maybe uphill, and all of a sudden you're at this vantage point. You're at the very top of the mountain looking down below, and there's all of this visibility coming, and you're like, wow. I see now why I was through all of this turmoil. I can understand the tests, the trials, the tribulations. I can understand why I had a period of not knowing, why I had to have patience and all of that. So a lot of clarity is coming through for my blue flags. Another thing, though, for the blue flag is patience is key, right? You may see what's next. You may see that final frontier. You may not be able to act upon it just yet or make the shift the way that you want it just yet. And this is not the month for that, right? The month of October for you is the month to see, the month to attune, the month to finally get that clarity. It's not yet the month to receive that which you're seeing, right? So broaden your mind, allow your mind to be open and receptive. Watch for signs and synchronicities. Allow yourself to dream. It's very interesting. And I mean daydreaming, not in the night, right? You don't really quite control your dreamscape all that much unless it's a lucid dream. But I mean, allow yourself to dream of like a better life. And what would it look like for you? For my blue flags, dreaming is actually a self-care practice in the month of October. And you're going to find that a lot of things that you're naturally starting to dream about are very achievable. They are suddenly becoming real. It's as if your dreams were too big to be true, or maybe you didn't even want to dream in the first place because you didn't want to get your heart broken. But in the month of October, if you're dreaming of something, and especially if your mind naturally goes back to it over and over again, it is a sign. Take it as a sign. You're meant to have that which your mind naturally wants to dream of. So that's that. What else about my blue flags? They are actually showing me this need for, it's like a temperance card in tarot. This need for to slow down and to take a measured pace in a way, to not get too aggravated, to keep an even kilter when it comes to emotions in the month of October, to not try to force things into happening, to not try to speed things up. There is a little bit of a tendency for my blue flags to want everything done yesterday. In the month of October, if you go with that core strategy, it's going to be a little bit of a disappointment because the universe may start acting against you. The universe in the month of October is not going to be too keen on you pushing and pulling and being anxious and all of the things that we normally do when we don't think we're getting what we want fast enough. So your strategy for the month of October is relaxing into the flow, surrendering to what is, and not trying to play God. That's that. Okay, next one, my white doves. My white doves, you're going to get either some good news or you're going to feel hope or faith reignited in your body very naturally. You're being rerouted to away from the life of struggle or away from struggling a particular area in of your life into ease and flow. It may not have to be, or it may not be in every area of your life, but it'll be in a certain area of your life. And if you tune into your guidance, you would know exactly which one it is. Some of you are moving into more harmonious relationships. Some of you are moving into a healthier self-concept, how you see yourself in the world, how you see your worth in the world. Some of you are moving into more harmonious relationship with nature. Some of you are moving into a part where you're just feeling more connected to everything that surrounds you instead of isolated and lonely, right? So there are many different facets to this one dove, but it's always the good news. Please know that you're being rerouted to a higher timeline. And it's going to happen very easy. It's going to happen again through ease and flow. It's going to happen like water for you. It requires absolutely no movement. It requires absolutely no pressure, no force. And for you, it's just the act of gratitude and that openness to receive. So having a gratitude journal for my doves in the month of October is important. List out all the things that you're grateful for or all the things that you value in your life, and just realize how much that is, how much gratitude there is to go about. That's my white doves. So what else can I tell you about my white doves in October? Some of your creative juices are starting to get activated for a new project, something that you're inspired to do all of a sudden. And you may notice that you want to be in a creative zone or maybe take up a new hobby. That is also part of the rerouting of energies when we're shifting gears. There are certain parts of ourselves, new parts of ourselves that are coming online that have not been online yet. And for those parts, a different level of care may be required. You may be required to do something that is not a habit yet. And being able to catch yourself mid-sentence and realize that the rerouting happens for a reason, and now you are becoming a different human. So ask yourself, how are you changing, and based on what, this new version of you? How does this new version of you need to be nurtured? What does this new version of you require in order to feel healthy, vibrant, well, etc.? Some of you are actually going to go through a little bit of the crisis of faith. That's for my white doves in the month of October. It's like what you thought you believed in is not what is actually true, or like a little bit of a disappointment around maybe your relationship with God, or your relationship with religion, or your relationship with how others see your spirituality. There's something around faith coming very, very strong. And understand that this is a part of your rerouting and a part of your upgrading. Your life is not meant to stay the same. Your life is going through a major, major overhaul. Some of your gifts are starting to come online as a dove. Some of your higher centers are getting a cleanse and a recalibration, which means that you're going to be more tapped in the year of 2026 than you've ever been. And that comes with certain sad endings, with letting go, with rude awakenings, with all of the things. So just know that whatever is happening, it's happening for your greater good. All right, and my red stilettos. Let's look at that. If you picked a red stiletto, it is beautiful because they're actually saying that this is a very beautiful fire energy that it's coming up for you. And this is an energy of aggression. And we very often think of aggression as a very problematic energy. We don't want to show aggression. We don't want to act in aggressive ways. But this kind of energy actually comes to heal parts where you have been too soft, where you have been overly giving, where you have been bending over backwards for someone or something, where the energy exchange is just not balanced. And so there's this fire that's rising within you, and this fire is here to claim back the territory that belongs to it, to claim back the respect in certain places, to claim back the love, to claim back the time, to claim back more money in a sense. Like, for instance, if you're underpaid, right? Like, you need aggression to ask for that raise, or to go after that raise, or to quit that job and finally start something that's going to bring you more money, right? So there's a little bit of that fiery, feisty streak of fighting for yourself and fighting for your rights that's coming up for my red stilettos. So don't be afraid to stand up for yourself in the month of October. You're kind of meant to, but also see where you've been too soft. See where you have been suppressing that sacred rage, that fire. See where you have been mistreated and you've let it slide. See where you're biting your tongue. See where you're not being the authentic version of you. And that is another part for my red stilettos. There is a new version of you ready to be born. He or she cannot not be born right now. And so for you, it's the unmasking period, which means that in the month of October, you're meant to drop the old masks that no longer serve you and understand that that is for your greater good. And understand that certain outlived personas, certain ways that like the false identity is essentially crumbling away, or certain parts of it, right? And you notice that it may start becoming very suffocating being in an old identity. And so, yeah, and that's why it's a time for upgrading. Unmask yourself. You are ready. You're no longer the victim. If you need help with a victim mindset, there is a free meditation on the One Mother app. By the way, One Mother app is now available on Android and on iOS, you guys. We are so glad and so excited, and thank you for downloading. There's a beautiful free victim. I think, I don't remember the exact naming, but Liberate Your Victim or something along those lines. If you go to the Discover tab and just put in the word victim, you're going to see it. There is, the image of the girl in the field somewhere. You can see her back and she's just being liberated. That one is really, really beautiful for you. Okay, that's that. Don't be afraid to drop the old masks. The only thing that's going to happen is the true you is going to be forced into the limelight. It does require courage, but it's going to be worth it every single time. You see, the sun is coming up. We got everything in this video. It started to rain. It's really sunny. It's messing up everything again. Although sun never messes anything up, are you? No, the sun is just greeting us. All right, my darlings. Please let me know in the comments how the energies of September have landed for you and how you're feeling about the month of October. I know that some of you are sensitive, so you're probably already like 3 steps ahead of me trying to sense into the energies. Let me know how the eclipses went for you as well. And just thank you so much for being on this channel. Click the subscribe button if you haven't already for more content like this one. I'm sending you a big virtual hug. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, loves!